Welcome back to another episode of Turning Challenges into Victories. Today is day 12 of 75 Hard, and in today's episode we're going to be talking about my outdoor workout mentality. This is important because when it comes to outdoor workouts, you are putting yourself in the elements, and the elements, especially here in Colorado, can be unpredictable. It could be snowing, or it could just be really cold, or days like today where it's cold and windy. It just makes it hard. Definitely creates some tension, and that tension makes it easy to come up with 100 excuses as to why you don't want to go work outside. It's too cold, it's too windy, it's raining maybe where you're at, or it's snowing, and then that tension could lead you to cut some corners, make your workout a little bit shorter, maybe just put it off altogether. Nobody's gonna know. But at the end of the day, you just have to make the decision to go outside no matter what and start working out. And over the last 12 days, it's been pretty cold. There's only been maybe 2 workouts that I've done outside where it's been a relatively nice day. The rest of the days have been really cold. There may be snow, there may be wind, and then also sometimes the days get away from me, like tonight, and so I start my outdoor workout at midnight. But at the end of the day, you just have to, at least for me, just bundle up, go outside, and start your watch. And before you know it, 45 minutes will be up. Before we dive a little bit deeper into it, here's the checklist of everything that I did today. I did a 55-minute gym workout. My gym workout ended up being essentially half of a high rocks. So I ran, did the ski erg, I ran sled push, ran sled pull. And then the area ended up getting busy with some classes, so I went and did some hamstring curls, and then I did some hip abductors and some hip adductors. In terms of my reading, today I finished the Lombardi Lessons, the book on Lombardi Lessons, and it was really good. It really talked about, again, leadership and how to motivate your leaders to become better leaders. It really just explained your why as to why it is that you're making certain decisions, and then also having meetings with the various leaders in your organization and how that could lead to them having some accountability partners and ultimately helping out your organization. In terms of water, I was able to complete my gallon of water. And then for the diet, I did my almond butter shake in the morning, and then in the evening we did some steak with some protein pasta soup. That was really good. Progress photo, I complete those after the video. Energy, today was a super busy day. I was up late last night recording a video, and then I had to be up early this morning, go to the dentist, get our car serviced, had meetings throughout the day. Got the gym workout in after work, came home, cooked, and then had to finish some work, and then ultimately ended up doing my outdoor workout. I also ran into some hiccups today with my video editing agenda, so just having to learn that a little bit more, and hopefully I can get back on track with posting those videos on a regular basis. All right, back to our main topic. Core lesson: conditions don't control our commitment. So regardless of what the conditions are outside, our commitment is to get outside for 45 minutes. So regardless of what it looks like, regardless of how tired you may be, you just gotta get out there, get it done, and then move on with your day. Discipline isn't dependent on comfort. It doesn't have to be perfect weather outside for you to get out there. Yeah, that kind of leads into the next topic, which is, most people end up waiting for things to be perfect. And I think we see that especially this time of year with the New Year resolutions. Everybody is just waiting for the right time. And so the beginning of a new year seems like the right time to get started, but then they end up failing typically within the first month. So we cannot wait for those conditions To be perfect, we have to make the conditions perfect. Moving on, what is one thing that disciplined people do? And that's the fact that they execute regardless of what the weather may be. They get out there and they get the job done. They don't wait for it to stop raining or for it to stop being cold or the sun went down so I can't go outside. They just get out there and they get it done. Time and time again, one of the things that I find is that motivating myself to get out and to do that workout is one of the hardest things I have to do. But once I get my coat on, I get my dog or my son or whomever's gonna go on a walk with me to go outside, it just changes my whole perspective on it. I end up coming back home feeling more energized and ready to go. There's a saying that says a body in motion stays in motion. So we just want to make sure, or at least I like to make sure that I'm staying active, especially when I'm in a bad mood, I'm just tired. I just get outside, go on that 45-minute walk, and I come back re-energized in a better mood after getting some sunlight. So how do all of these things help with your identity? You end up becoming somebody who just doesn't negotiate with excuses, and you don't necessarily negotiate with people who make excuses. So you hold yourself to a higher standard, and because of that, you end up holding others to that same standard, if not higher than what it is that you are holding yourself to. One of the key insights to this topic is if I can win outside, I can win anywhere. And that just goes towards if I am able to put myself in an uncomfortable situation and I'm able to overcome that and come out of it a better person, then you can put me in a boardroom, you can put me in front of a bunch of salespeople, a bunch of caregivers, because that's the industry that I'm in, and I can win. I can be successful regardless of the situation that I'm in. And one of the things that I love about doing my outdoor workouts is I'm able to just put in an audiobook and I'm able to hear what other people do in similar situations. So in today's audiobook talked about how we just should not worry about what happened yesterday or what's going to happen tomorrow, and we should really just focus on the present and just making sure that we're doing everything we can to ensure that we're getting what we need each and every day without having to worry about what's to come or what's, maybe not to come. And then lastly, for tomorrow, still the same rules, same standards, and I have no exceptions. Tomorrow, maybe a little bit hard as well. I feel like every day this week has been hard for a number of reasons. My wife works on Saturdays. I have all of our kiddos. And then I am also watching my baby sister, who is 19 years younger than me, so I'll be hunkered down at home a little bit more than I would like in the morning, and then hopefully in the afternoon I'm able to get my workouts in. And then in the evening, my wife and I are gonna go to the Nutcracker Ballet and just enjoy a nice night out on the town. So I have to really maximize those few hours of alone time in between when my parents pick up our kids and when my wife and I have to go to the Nutcracker Ballet. Just leave you off with this last little bit of information. So stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Start proving you're committed. Consistency is the superpower. If today's message hit home, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with a friend or somebody who needs that extra push today. It helps me grow this channel and my mission, and it helps more people start turning their own challenges into victories. And as always, envision, strategize, and then execute. Thanks for watching.